Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the February edition of our Victor Central School District Facebook Live Town Hall. I am Tim Terranova, the proud superintendent of Victor Central School District, and you can see a wide range of great people that we're going to talk to. We have two segments tonight. First, we're going to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Suzuki Strings program with the individuals that you can see right now. And then we're also going to, the second half of the show, talk up to members of the Mean Girls Victor Senior High musical ensemble, including crew and music and the pit crew as well, and the stage crew and the actors. So anyhow, we got a lot to do. Great stuff to celebrate, all tied to music. We're going to introduce the people on the screen when they talk, and some of which will be playing musical instruments. So we're going to start off with Ms. Liz Knapp, who will talk a little bit about the history of the Suzuki Strings program. How you doing, Ms. Knapp?
I'm good. Thank you for having us on, Dr. Terranova.
You're welcome.
I'm Liz Knapp, and I teach orchestra at Victor Junior High School. And I thought maybe a good place for us to start in this conversation is what is the Suzuki method? So, the Suzuki method is a way of teaching and learning. It was developed by a Japanese violinist named Dr. Shinichi Suzuki. It's based on the philosophy that all children can learn music in a nurturing environment, similar to how they learn language by listening and by ear. And if you think back to the 1960s, this was a very revolutionary idea of how to learn music, because traditionally it was like you look at a piece of paper and you read the notes. And in the 1960s, one of our amazing Victor teachers, her name was Betty Coker, she learned about the Suzuki method, and she was so inspired by it that she convinced Victor to allow her to start a Suzuki program for first graders, second graders, and third graders. And that was in 1966. And one of the most amazing parts of this story is that Dr. Suzuki himself visited Victor several times to work with our students in person in those years, which is just incredible. So that was the start of the program. It's lasted 60 years and it's grown and grown. We have had many awesome teachers on our team over the years, thousands of students who have gone through the program. I started teaching in Victor 20 years ago at the intermediate school, and just to give like a representative of the growth that has happened, when I started, I was the only teacher at the intermediate teaching strings. I had about 120 students when I started, and currently there are multiple teachers at the intermediate school, and there are 225 students. So we've had just a huge amount of growth. I want to give a shout out to our other string teachers. We have Natalie Coots at the primary, Lauren Spitaleri and Sarah Weatherby at the intermediate, and the wonderful Mrs. Judge at the high school, who's going to talk in a little bit. The program starts with just traditional Suzuki at the primary school. Then we introduce some note reading at the intermediate school, and the Suzuki philosophy and principles of learning is just kind of integrated through our whole curriculum through junior high and senior high. I just wanted to mention that on March 12th, we'll be having our big annual district concert, and we have all the students in grades 3 through 12 performing together in one place. And it's a really, really cool event, a true celebration. Mrs. Judge is going to talk more about that at the end, but we're very excited to have that coming up.
Thanks so much, Ms. Knapp. That's great. That's a
Sure.
great background in this amazing program. I'm going to turn it over to Thomas now. Thomas is an eighth grader, I believe, who has been or at least started in the Suzuki program. You want to talk just a little bit about your start in the program and how you've progressed through it?
Yes, so I started in third grade playing my viola with Mrs. Lowe, and that was actually in COVID, so it was all online, but I was in school sometimes, so it started off a little crazy, but my sister was here to help me because she played the viola too, and I've always liked orchestra because it's a time where I can just like play my instrument and have fun. And I stay in the program even though I have a ton of other things like soccer and scouting, just because I love the teachers and the friends that I make and all the stuff that we get to do along the way.
Do you remember back in third grade, kind of? I know it was during COVID, so it was a little different, like you said, but you remember learning the basics from Mrs. Lowe?
Yeah, I just remember just learning like even how to play the instrument
Yeah.
back.
How to
Well,
hold it
obviously
even.
you
Yeah.
How to hold it.
yeah. And you're gonna definitely, this is great. You're gonna definitely continue once you get into high school next year.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Do your parents want to say anything?
I just think part of his commitment is, while it is generally a love for music, I think it also has a lot to do with the flexibility of the teachers and their willingness to compromise with us with all of our things that we have going on. Uh, and it's just an interesting program. They have a lot of opportunities, solo festival, concerts, different types of assignments. Like it is, like he said, just a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Uh,
Yeah.
and I think it's a great lesson for others, Thomas, about you doing a lot of different activities and having different experiences, whether it's scouting, sports, music, and it really helps you become a well-rounded person. So I'd encourage you to obviously balance your time, make sure you got time for yourself, but certainly continue in those experiences too. But what a great model you are. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And now I'm going to turn it over to the Krusicki family, who you can see under the clock there. And we have Joey, Abby, and Emily. Missing one, the oldest, Sarah, who's in her freshman year in college. But this is also an amazing musical family. And maybe one of you can talk just a little bit about how much you both practice and perform together as a family. Who wants to talk?
So Sarah, she goes to Ithaca for music education, and she usually like helps us on FaceTime practice, and we all like help each other too, like whenever like she can't like help us. Um, and she arranged the piece long ago, so then it could like kind of fit all of our levels, so then like all of us could play it together.
So she wrote the piece you're going to play.
Kind of. She like arranged it from the Suzuki book.
Did you cross stuff out and change it on her, or did you keep it pretty much the same?
We kept it pretty much the same.
Yeah, she's pretty smart too. Uh, Abby, how have you liked playing uh in the orchestra?
In the orchestra, I like playing because it's super fun. And right now we're working on the Suzuki Playdown mostly. And there's also in our lesson groups, there's more people our level, so it's a lot of fun there too.
What's the Suzuki Playdown?
So there's a bunch of songs, and all of the grade levels, or most of them, play in it, and it's just a bunch of the Suzuki songs that we play, from like kind of the harder ones to like the more newer ones.
That's great. And Joe, you're the youngest member, right, my friend?
Yep.
So now you're in third grade.
Yeah.
So did you start this year or last year? I get them confused.
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Wow. So what do you think so far about playing a musical instrument?
It's very fun, and I go to school to play with my teacher, Mrs. Coots. Um, she helped me a lot with the fingerings and the notes and just
Great.
getting it all right.
Did she pick out your suit coat?
No.
I don't know. I just want. Hey, what's it like having three older sisters generally? And then what's it like having three older sisters who teach you how to play music?
Really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're nice to you?
Yes.
All right, that's awesome. Well, it's an incredible family. So who's going to introduce the song that Sarah composed for you?
I will.
All
So
right.
it's not long ago, like also from the Suzuki book that Sarah helped like arrange.
All right, go ahead. Love to hear it. Uh, Hey, all right, listen, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so Miss Knapp, did you hear? I couldn't hear it.
Zoom sometimes considers instruments to be background noise,
They
so
blocked it out.
there is a setting that might need to be changed for background noise because it's
Really?
background noise.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's first of all Jody, Audrey, and Violet see if there's a setting that you can use for Zoom. Where would do you know where the setting would be?
I am,
I'm putting Miss Knapp under a lot of pressure.
I think Mr. Isaacs would know that better than I would.
All right. Uh, let's see. I don't even know. I think what happened is Zoom blocked out the music piece, so we might not be able to hear the music. But I got to tell you, the three of you looked amazing when you were playing because Zoom just absolutely like kind of wiped it out. Can we
I
have
think we just fixed that. I think we fixed it. Can we try it
hey,
again?
try to play something, one of you, Abby or Emily or Joey, I don't care. Just play a couple notes and see if it comes out. I don't know. A little tough.
No.
No, I think it's the background piece. Um,
Try one more time. I think they would need to
yeah,
change the setting in their on their laptop, I think, on their
yeah.
computer.
All right. Well, that's okay because we heard you speak, which was really important. And we're going to hear you play multiple times this year, which is awesome. Anything you want to add before I turn it over to Jody, Audrey, and Violet? Do you think all three of you are going to keep playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And will you get an opportunity to go see Sarah play in college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. March 1st, I think.
She's playing March 1st. Will you
Yeah.
tell her?
She's
Will you?
playing
All right,
in
will
an
you?
opera.
Okay. Will you tell her we all said hello?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna turn it over to Jody, Audrey, and Violet. So you guys have played together for a while, and I know Jody, you're gonna talk about how you actually give lessons to some of maybe it's your siblings, but also some younger kids from outside your family.
Yeah, so I started a little program at the high school called the Practice Partners. And what we do basically is we take younger kids in the primary and intermediate school and we teach them lessons at home.
Wow, how'd you do? Did you start it, or was this from like how did you get to know about this?
I started it and I asked Mrs. Judge if we could start it at school.
So tell me a little bit about what you do.
So what I do is I usually either they come to my house or I go to their house and I just help them through whatever Suzuki piece they're working on currently. And I help them just fix little mistakes in their songs, focus on techniques and bow hold and yeah, just everything with their instrument.
And what about your siblings? You do the same thing for them?
I don't really need to teach them. They're pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
How Okay, so Jody, do you remember, what did you start? Third grade or before?
Second grade.
Second grade. Do you remember, do you remember this back then a little bit about, or can you remember anything from that year?
A little bit. I remember playing Twinkle Twinkle a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we got Audrey and Violet, right? So Audrey, how about you? How's the music going?
It's going good. I'm practicing something for Solo Fest in I think March or April.
Wow. Are you excited?
Yeah, a little bit nervous.
Well, that's normal. Is this your first solo fest?
No, my first Solo Fest was in I think 6th grade.
Okay. All right. So you know what you're doing. That's fantastic. And did you start in second, like your
Yeah.
sister? Did you, okay, here's a question, because what, you guys are what, 2 years apart? I think. Do you think you began playing because Jody was doing it, or did you kind of do it on your own?
I don't remember exactly. She probably inspired me a little bit.
Wow, that's awesome. And Violet, how are you?
I'm good.
Violet's in 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
Did you start in second, just like the other two?
No, I started in first grade.
First grade, you wanted to get ahead of your sisters. How's it? All right. So how's your experience going?
I think it's really, really fun to be in orchestra, and I actually got into chamber group this year, which is also really nice. And I will say there's a big thanks to Miss Snap because she has helped me a lot with private lessons.
Oh, private lessons. That's fantastic. So do the three of you play together a lot?
Yeah, we usually practice songs all together.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's great for family connectedness too. So I don't know if I don't think it's going to work tonight. Does anybody have were you going to play, the three of you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have, if one of you has an instrument, we could just try and see if we can hear it.
Yeah, you want
It very well may not, just because of Zoom. And it's okay if it doesn't,
See if that works.
Yeah, just
if it works. Oh wow. Okay. Well, we got to get the Krusikis. How far do the Krusikis live from your house? I'm kidding. All right, you guys go ahead. You're gonna, no, wait a minute. You got to introduce the song though. Who's introducing the song?
Yeah. So we will play a piece from the movie Castle in the Sky.
All right, fantastic. Can't wait.
Ready? One, two, three.
Wow. Not only is that a beautiful song, but you guys played it amazingly.
Thank you.
You guys could go on tour as a family. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Mrs. Judge, you want to just talk a little bit? You've had a huge role in this whole program, just like Ms. Knapp and others. Just talk a little bit about it from your perspective.
Yes, I would love to. This is my 7th year teaching in Victor, but I've been a Suzuki teacher for 30 years. I've taught privately and I've taught in many other programs, but this is such a unique situation because, as Ms. Knapp was saying earlier, Dr. Suzuki's vision was that every child can play beautiful music. And I think if he were to see how we do our public school program, he would be so proud because we are so accessible and public school is where the kids are. So if you want to offer something to every child, it has to be in the public school. We're really fortunate to have had so much support for all these years. And we decided in the summer it would be a really special way to celebrate our 60th anniversary if we could have a piece written especially for the event and for our students. So we contacted a man who is also a Suzuki violin teacher and a composer and asked him if he would be willing to write a piece for us. And he actually emailed me back and said, the reason I'm contacting you is because of the number 60. I've heard about 50th anniversaries, but 60 is a lot of years. And so we talked a little bit about how Betty was able to connect with Dr. Suzuki back in 1966. And he was so inspired by our students that he wrote this incredible piece that we're going to premiere at the district concert. It's about 10 minutes long and it features every single Suzuki student from grades 3 through 12. So we're excited to be able to premiere it as a program. And I think all of our students feel like they have a real vested part of our Suzuki celebration playing this song.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. And just the fact that they recognize the work that this entire music department's done in terms of promoting the Suzuki method for such a long period of time. And I think that's just great. Ms. Knapp or Ms. Judge, anything else you want to add?
I I just want to add a big thank you to you and the Board of Education for always supporting our program. I mean, we couldn't do what we do without support, so we're very appreciative.
And we're so proud to be part of this program that is such a long lasting program as well. There were many other school districts in Rochester that started Suzuki programs back in 1966 or 1967. And Victor is really the longest lasting, most robust program now. So it really is thanks to the community support and the administration support and just everybody believing that this is an important part of their students' education.
Yeah, and it always will be. I mean, it's such a huge piece to our district and to our culture. So a huge thank you to Thomas and your parents, Jody, Audrey, Violet, and your family, Emily, Abby, and Joey, and Sarah from Ithaca, for your time here. All of you represent the entire group of musicians amazingly well, and we just thank you. And big shout out for the strings concert. It's a huge event. March 12th, Thursday night. What time does it start?
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. It's a high school gymnasium, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I would recommend the live stream because it will be very crowded.
It will be crowded. It is an amazing event, but this will be really special this year with the celebration of the 60th anniversary. So thank you to everybody for coming on tonight. We really appreciate it and can't wait to hear you play many times in the future. So thank you. We're going to switch over now to our high school musical, and a few of the participants in that musical will be joining us in the next couple seconds as we wait to transition. Mr. Isaacs will help us with that. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How we doing?
Hello.
Hi.
All right. We got all sorts of people on here. Thanks for your patience.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, who do we got? We got first of all, thank you for coming on. Hey, we got the Kruzicki family. Are you guys in the musical? Are you guys? No, it's okay. You're not? All right, you just got to sign off that although you can listen, you're always welcome. That was the Kruzicki family. They just played for us because of the 60th anniversary of the Suzuki Strings program. So I'm going to have you introduce yourself and what you do in the musical, and then I'm going to have a few questions for you. So let's start with Giovanni.
Hi, I'm Giovanni Parent. I play Katie's father and Shane Oman in the musical Mean Girls.
Great. Luis, am I saying that right?
Yeah. I'm Lewis. I am the
Louis, sorry.
yeah. No, you're good. I am the stage manager for the Senior High Musical.
That's kind of important. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Maddie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm Maddie Law, and I'm playing Ms. Norbury in the musical.
You're also a heck of a bowler. Don't you have sectionals
Yeah,
tomorrow?
sectionals tomorrow. Yeah,
Good luck.
thank
All
you.
right. Vivian.
Hi, my name's Vivian Sismanowitz, and I play Katie Heron in the musical.
That's great. Thank you and welcome. Eva. Eva, you're on mute.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm Ava. I play violin in the
Ava.
orchestra.
Wait a minute. Who do you play?
I play violin
Oh, you're in
in the
okay, so you're in the
orchestra.
pit.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of ironic? We were just had a bunch of Suzuki players on it, and you're a Suzuki.
Yeah.
When did you start? Which grade?
I started right before first grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We could have had you on the first part. Would have been awesome. All right. Without further ado, who wants to explain the general plot of Mean Girls without giving away the actual story so people who still want to see it? Anybody want
I
to
can
talk?
explain
I
it.
can do it.
All
Oh,
right.
Who do you want to go?
I'll do
Okay,
it.
yeah, I got it. Oh, yeah, you got it. Yeah.
I got it. Okay. So the plot of Mean Girls is that a new girl in school, Katie Heron, moves to the school and she doesn't really have any friends. She's from Africa and she doesn't really get like the social cues and norms that everyone else gets. And she has to find her friends. And she starts off with Janice and Damien, who are kind of the narrators of the musical, but they're like the art freaks, is what they call them. And then she starts hanging out with the Plastics, which are the mean girl clique. And so the story kind of follows like her relationships with these people and like what it means to be a good friend and like how these people interact with each other.
So, how many Mean Girls are there?
There are three.
And Vivian, are you one of them?
So I don't really start off as one of them, but then I transition. So it goes from like 3 to 4 to 3 again. It's yeah.
So you turn into a Mean Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That's got to be interesting.
It is. It's very interesting.
Now, wait, Maddie, you're in the musical? Are you in the music?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
in the
you a Mean
musical.
Girl?
I play Ms. Norbury. She's the math teacher that Katie has.
Okay. Is she a nice teacher?
Yeah, I think
All right.
so.
All right, good. That's awesome. All right, so that's going to be pretty, I mean, it's a pretty popular, famous story. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. How are the I guess songs in it? Like, are there a lot? I mean, obviously there's a lot of songs. It's a musical, but maybe somebody talk about one or two of the songs that are the coolest.
I think one of my favorite songs personally is House Party.
Okay.
So not to spoil too much, but everyone will be on stage and it's a very lively performance. It really, I think it will rock the audience. And I would
that's great.
say in general, I'd like to add on for a lot of the show feels very like jazzy and kind of like it has a swing to it, with also like a little pop aspect.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a favorite song that either you sing or participate in?
My favorite song is I See Stars. I start off by singing that song, but it's our finale song. And it's just really nice because we all come together and everybody's on stage and it's just a really like fun time for everyone. Like we're all very happy and it's gonna be really fun to perform.
Great. All right, I'm going to do a couple plugs. So the first one comes now. We got Thursday, March 5th, 7 p.m., Friday, March 6th, 7 p.m., Saturday, March 7th, 1 p.m., and 7 p.m., correct? That's coming
Yes.
up in like a week and a half.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
so okay, so who wants to talk a little? I know I didn't send you this question, but who wants to talk about the hours you're putting into this right now? Like, how much time are you spending this week in the auditorium practicing of various things?
say about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours every single day. Like we'll get there at 3 o'clock and we'll go to 6 o'clock. Sometimes it might be a little bit longer, but I would say throughout like the entire like the 2 months we've been doing this, it's like every single day, 2 to 3 hours. We've probably pumped in, I want to almost say 100 hours into this show, and it's gonna probably add on a maybe 20 more in these next few weeks. We put a lot of love and energy into these, and I hope that we can express that through our performance.
I'm sure you will. I think it'll be great. What about this weekend? What hours are you talking about this weekend?
Well, tomorrow's the
Um,
sixth probe, which is our first rehearsal with the orchestra, and that always takes a long time because we're getting used to each other. And then after that, this Saturday we have our big Saturday rehearsal where we run the whole show
Yep.
front to back, and then we go through it like to fix it. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot.
But it's exciting because you're doing it together, right? You spend a
Mhm.
lot of time together. Um, I guess I go back to Giovanni. What got you interested in being in plays and musicals and acting?
um, I would have to say I'd like to shout out Mr. Diagostino from the junior high. When I started out in 8th grade and 7th grade, he introduced me into music because I did general music, and I really got into music at that age. So when I was in 8th grade, he invited me to join SpongeBob the Musical back, I think that was 2019. And ever since I've kept going. I think what I love most about them is just the camaraderie of like everyone working together in such a short time span to create an amazing show. The orchestra is absolutely phenomenal. Everyone in the orchestra, it's just they blow my mind. And one person I really would like to put an appreciation for is Mrs. Brewer. She keeps the whole show running. She directs the stage and the pit at the same time, and it's just absolute. It's wonderful. It's magnificent.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for the shout outs too. Vivian, how about you?
So I started acting when I was in 3rd grade, and my mom just like signed me up for this class, and so I started doing it that way. And then I started taking voice lessons, and then when I moved, um it was really awesome coming here because this was the first time I got to sing in front of a live orchestra like with them. And so it was a very fun experience. But I think for my entire life I've loved acting and singing, and it's just always been something that I can go to and just feel completely happy at, and it's going to be always a part of my life in that way.
It's amazing too, because to me, I would be, no, I don't want to jinx it. Like I would get nervous having to sing and memorize all that. That's really hard to do. So the fact that you love that is
Yes.
talks a lot about the courage and grit you have, which is amazing. How about you, Maddie? What caused you to participate in acting and musicals?
I did my first show when I was 10 over the summer in Fairport, a small acting company called Spotlight Studios. And I just like never stopped. I just love it so much. I've made some of my best friends at theater. And then in 7th grade, it was Schoolhouse Rock, and that was my first time on like a big stage with the orchestra, and that was just so amazing because everyone was so great. And then I just kept going, and I've I just love it. I love singing. I love performing for people. It's been great.
So what's really great, that's fantastic, Maddie. Thank you. What's awesome about a musical too is you got the actors and actresses, then you've got the music, the musicians, and then of course you've got the set and pit crew who's got to get the stage set up every time, every scene. And of course you have your directors and coaches too. So I mean it's a huge endeavor. So Lewis, talk a little bit because you're not only in the stage crew, but you're the head of it basically. How did you get
Yeah.
involved in this, and talk about some of the responsibilities you and your crew have to make this musical come off effectively?
Mhm. Well, I started in 8th grade with Elf. That was my first kind of introduction in the stage crew. And overall, we just kind of make sure that like all the scenes are set, everything's out at the right time, which is honestly kind of a hassle, I would say. But we make sure that everything gets done when it's supposed to be done.
And then what's the title you're in again? What do they call you? The
I'm
head
the
of?
stage manager.
So how many people do you have to lead?
Well, I would say probably about 5 or 6 people as a whole.
And then, so do you have to do a lot of the work yourself, or are you pretty much coordinating everything now?
Mainly coordinating, but I help here and there when I need to.
And this week coming up, like this week currently and this weekend, this gets, the timing must be really kind of challenging to get down, especially with the music playing.
Yeah, but that's what Saturday's for. We're all there collectively as a group to make sure that we can get it all done.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Thank you. And how many people are in the stage crew? Like 6 or 7 of you? Or is it more?
About that much, yeah.
Wow, that's great. And Ava, we haven't forgot about you, trust me. So you are one of the musicians for the musical. Is this the first one you played in, or have you played in the musical before?
I did. I played in Spamalot last year.
Oh, wow. And what grade are you in right now?
I'm a senior. I'm in
I
12th
thought
grade.
so. All right. So what's it like playing? Am I saying this right? At the what do you call it? The music pit?
Oh yeah, the pit.
Yeah. So what's it like playing for whatever, 2.5 hours compared to playing in a concert or a solo fest?
It could be tiring, like just physically, but I played for years and I've had a lot of days where I've practiced for long hours on end. And I've done some other events like area all state, area all county, where we have just hours on end of playing. So it's it's fine, and we have time in between songs or like parts where only a section of musicians play. So it's fine.
How many are in the pit orchestra approximately?
I would say around 15 people.
Okay. And there's some teachers, right? Some
Yeah,
adults? How many students roughly?
I'd say 10.
10. Okay. Um, and what's your favorite song to play? Do you have one?
In this musical, I
Yes.
would say I like a song called I'd Rather Be Me. It's has like a really great vibe to it and it's a lot of fun to play on the violin.
That's fantastic. So, well, thanks for all that you're doing. Anybody can answer the next question. What has being a part of the musical kind of done for you to help you in school in general, or just in life in general? Like what do you take from this experience that kind of helped you throughout life? Anybody can answer this one.
I can start. I would say confidence, especially. I think just being on stage itself takes a lot of courage. I mean, auditions and callbacks, like you're singing in front of a lot of people and you're acting and you're putting yourself out there on a day-to-day basis and you're just taking risks. And so I think impacted me a lot. Like whether it's an English presentation or it's just meeting new people, I always feel like I have that base level of confidence from musicals that helps me succeed in that way.
It's great. Anybody else want to answer this one?
I agree with the presentations. I think that English presentations and law presentations are just so much easier because I have all this experience under my belt of being in front of people and talking.
How do you handle like the nervous energy um going out in front of hundreds of people and singing and knowing the lines?
I feel
I
like it's just I'm sorry. I feel like
No,
it
no, go ahead.
happens with like before I go on stage, I know myself, I kind of freak out, but once you get out there and you know you're performing for people that love you, it's kind of like you ease into it and then it just gets like to be so much fun and just kind of trusting yourself, like knowing that you know what you're doing, like you've done this before. That's very important for it too.
Giovanni, do you want to add something?
Yeah, I agree with what Vivian says. I'd also like to add on, I think a lot of how I feel it is that they're here, but a part of me just doesn't really care. Like, I'm happy to see them here. I'm very happy to have people here, but I go out there, I put out my best, and I just hope they like it. I mean, you do it for 2 months over and over and over again, and a part of it kind of becomes monotonous, and it just doesn't. I don't get really nervous anymore, honestly.
Well, it's not like it's not like you started to practice 2 days ago for the musical. You guys have been practicing for weeks and weeks, which is a
Yeah.
good lesson too. You're prepared. And when you
Yeah.
get really prepared, you can make adjustments if you forget a line or two or a word or something, and you can just let it go and just go for it.
One piece of
Right.
advice that I would say, and honestly, I can put this for life as well, is that when they say if you forget a line, just go with the punches and just keep going. If you
Right.
mess up, honestly, no one's seen the show before, so if you mess
No,
up,
no
I
one
mean,
knows.
no one's gonna know.
Right. That's awesome. And then Lewis, because you're in a leadership role, do you think that helps you just kind of moving forward in life and other leadership opportunities?
Oh yeah, for sure. And not only that, but also kind of the work ethic part, like making sure I'm getting this done as a group too, kind of guiding the group that we get this done at that exact point and we don't mess up as a whole.
All right. So what grade, Lewis, you're a senior?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior. Giovanni, you're a senior?
Yes, yes, I'm a senior.
Thought so. Obviously, Maddie's a senior, right?
Yep.
Ava's a senior. Vivian, you're what? A senior?
I'm a junior.
Junior. I thought you were a junior. Okay. Um, the reason I say that is because some of you are going to be back next year, which is awesome. Ava, it sounds like you're playing music all the time. So what is it about the violin, correct?
Yeah.
What is it about playing the violin and dedicating yourself this much to something and being so exceptional at it that I think kind of helps drive you and also maybe helps you in other things you do in life?
I really agree with what Lewis said about the work ethic part, like really putting a ton of yourself into working on something and just improving. There's a lot of like details that you can work on with the violence, so there's always something new to work on. And I think it's just a lot of fun to see yourself improve, and I just find it so enjoyable, like being able to be a part of something like this and like make friends through the music programs and also just dedicate myself to making music, which I love, that really has kept me going over all of the years. And I think that's always fun to do something new with it or play in a new ensemble. And that's really like what I love about the violin. So,
That's great. All right. So last question. It's actually a two-part question. One is, what are your plans for next year in terms of musicals and music itself and life, I guess? And then the second question is, and Giovanni, you already kind of did it, but you can do it again. Give a shout out to an adult. Doesn't have to be a teacher. Doesn't even have to be somebody in the high school. Could be anybody you've had in Victor, an adult that's really made an impact on your life. Who wants to go first?
I
Anybody?
can go. Yeah, I can go.
Okay,
Um,
Giovanni.
for your first part of the question, I see theater as a fun activity. I see it as something that brings joy in my life, and I see all of these amazing performers, and I'm putting myself in a different direction. I want to learn enology, and I'm going to go off and be a food scientist. But just
Wow.
because I'm doing something different doesn't mean I can't take theater out of my life. So I see theater as I'm going to keep it as a hobby. I'll do community theater. I've thought about voice acting in shows before, maybe if I get a chance. I think honestly with this, it's all about how you feel about it, and everyone's going to go in their own way. And whether it's you're going off to Broadway or you're going to Los Angeles or you're just doing it at home, I think it's important to know how you feel about it. And to your second part of the question, I would like to also shout out Miss Melima. She's been with me since freshman year. She is what helped. She directs all of the music and all of the singing that you hear from us. You can give thanks to her and all the beautiful. She is just absolutely amazing, and I give my shout out to her as well.
That's great, Giovanni. And then have you decided on a school yet?
Yes, I actually got accepted into FLCC. I actually have a few stickers here.
That's
And I will
fantastic.
be starting classes next semester.
And ultimately, you want to get a degree in food science.
Yes, I would. That is my dream job.
That is fantastic. The fact that you know what you want to do is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So can't wait to see you in the performance. Great job tonight too. Ava, you want to go next? You okay?
yeah, sure.
What are you doing next year?
I'm gonna go off to college. I'm planning on studying biology as my major. But I'm definitely gonna keep up with playing violin, and I'm going to join an orchestra through my college if possible. And I would love to continue in pit orchestra just because it's a fun experience that I think it's a unique experience to play in the pit orchestra, and it's different than just being in a regular classical orchestra. Um, so I'll do that too if possible. And then for the teacher or for adult in my life, I would say all the music teachers across the district have really just, like, helped bring me up through my life, like, throughout all the buildings. Just having a time with a teacher who could give you support and meet you, like, whatever level you're at is great, and I especially, um, contribute a lot of my success to Mrs. Judge, who is the high school orchestra teacher. She's really amazing, and she's great at what she does, and, like, as a music teacher, and then also just as a person, having, like, a kind, supportive person in your life, especially at school, really makes a difference, and I know everyone in the orchestra would feel the same way as that I do.
Right. What have you decided on a school yet?
No, not yet, I'm still deciding.
That's okay. Is it down to a few of them, or is it like you still got 10 you're looking at?
I'd say down to, like, 3?
Okay. Don't put too much pressure on yourself with deciding, okay?
Okay.
You gonna visit all of them before you make a
Yeah, probably.
decision? Yeah, definitely try to do that, okay? But
Okay.
definitely play music. Do keep your passions alive. It's awesome. Um, Vivian, you go next. Now, obviously, you're going to be here next year, which is
Mhm.
great news for us. Any you're going to continue in what you're doing now in terms of your senior year, you think?
Yes, I will 100% continue doing musicals. And for my teacher shout out, I wanted to shout out Miss Berkmeyer, who's the director of the musical, specifically for how much care she has for all of us. She's always voicing how proud of us that she is. And you can just tell every rehearsal how much she cares about the musical and how much effort and time she puts into it. And it's refreshing to see that, and also just know that someone's looking out for you and caring for you. And so I think she should 100% get a shout out for that.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Vivian. Can't wait to see you perform. Okay.
Yes.
And then Lewis, you are also coming back next year, which is great.
Yes, I
So you
am.
think you're going to continue to be involved in leadership roles like with the stage crew? And is that one of your favorite things you do in terms of outside of school, or are there other stuff too?
I really do enjoy doing stage crew, and I plan to do both the junior and senior high musical next year in that role. So, and
That's
then
a
my
lot.
teacher, yeah, yeah. And then my teacher shout out would be Mr. Coughlin, who also works with the stage crew and really helps guide us to do what we strive to do.
He also does the singing and stuff too, right?
He was at the talent show last year
No, but I mean
and sung.
he also like helps coach some of the singers too, I think, at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
Oh,
is he kind of he's advising the entire stage crew?
Yes, yes.
That's great. Is he tough on you?
Sometimes, but it definitely helps us a lot.
All right, good. That's awesome. He's a great guy. So thank you, Lewis. And last but certainly not least, Maddie, what are your plans next year?
Right now I think I'm gonna go to Ithaca for television, at the park school. I haven't committed yet, but I've been accepted and I think that's where I'm going.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And I'm hoping to continue to do theater. It's a very theater heavy school and I'm not gonna major in it, but I know there's a lot of opportunities there and I'm really hopeful that I can join a production of something. And then Vivian stole my teacher shout out. I'd also like to shout out Mrs. Berkmeyer. I love her. She was my first director at Victor. I had her seventh grade COVID year, the crazy year when we did Schoolhouse Rock. And I did my first 3 shows here with her. And it's been so amazing to get to reconnect and do my last show here with her. I've worked with her so much. I like can always see her vision and I trust her a lot. And it's really great to have someone you trust to work with in like your character role.
That's definitely important. That is fantastic. Um, And so if you do make that final decision, that's a great school as well. We got a few kids going there for music actually. So I think it's a great choice. And then are you gonna bowl in college or not?
No.
For those of you that know,
No.
Maddie is a heck of a bowler, and the
Thank you.
girls are in the sectionals
Yeah.
tomorrow morning and afternoon, and then the
Yeah.
boys are Friday, I believe, right?
Friday, yes.
All right. So good luck.
Thank
Do your
you.
best. You got a lot going on.
A lot going on. It's crazy. I have
Okay.
sectionals and then sits probe tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot.
All right, just take it easy. Don't put too much pressure on
Yeah.
yourself. Right?
Thank you.
And Lewis, is that an Eagles jersey behind you?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Is that an accident or did you do that on purpose?
I just have a whole rack of jerseys up. So,
Where's your Bills jersey?
I actually don't think I have one, but
Really?
yeah.
All right, well, that's probably smart actually, maybe. Anyhow, the Eagles struggled a little this year, but they'll come back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it usually is.
All right, another shout out. Let's see, Thursday, March 5th, right? Yeah. Friday, March 6th, both at 7 p.m. in the junior high, senior high auditorium. Seats almost 1,000 people. It's going to be packed. And then don't forget Saturday. Wait a minute. Am I messing this up? Yeah, no. Saturday, March 7th at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. You guys are going to be exhausted Saturday night. So 3 shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a week from this week. I encourage everybody to come out. It's one of the hallmarks, one of the greatest things that happen in a school year in Victor Central School District is the high school musical. So please come out and watch this amazing show. So thank you for coming on. I know how incredibly busy all of you are, and to just kind of be at rehearsal and things all night and then come to this is just really great to do. So I really appreciate it. Well, I can't wait to see the show and enjoy the experience and the rest of the school year. Okay. All right,
I'd like
everybody.
to add on one last thing about our show.
Of course, Giovanni.
One thing I find about this show that's very special, to end it off, is this show, unlike shows that I've done before, has a message. And I'm not going to spoil what that message
Yeah,
is.
don't.
But this, I feel as though that a lot of kids will be able to connect and empathize with the show. And anyone who is a teenager, an adult, a little kid, honestly, anyone, I would encourage you to look at this show not just as a comedy. It is very funny. I hope you laugh at a lot of the jokes, but really, I hope you look at it and it helps you look at your life and how others treat you and how you treat others. And
That's a great.
I'll end it off there.
That's a great message, Giovanni. And I'm sure that people will understand that when they see it. But thank you for sharing that. And again, can't wait to see it. Have a great night, everybody. And thanks for coming on. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Take
Have a
care.
good night.